Hello. Are you wondering how you can help your child with counting to improve their mental arithmetic? Well, my name's Phil Russo and this is Ed to Me, and I want to show you a way that you can do that. The secret is to recognise number through a pattern of dots or objects. Let's take a look at this, or this, or this. I bet you instantly recognise those patterns as numbers. Try again. Well, why? Well, of course, we know that they are the patterns on the faces of a dice that tell you the number. But there's something special going on here. The part of the brain that develops number sense is building number through patterns. And we can help our children improve on this. It's called subitizing, to instantly recognize a number of objects without counting. It comes from the Latin adjective subitus, which literally means sudden. So what we want to know is, how can we develop this? Of course, we start to help our children count by using our fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we probably develop arithmetic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, add on 3 more, 6, 7, 8. Well, 5 is an easy number to recognize without counting the fingers. 3 is an easy number to recognize without counting the fingers. But when it gets to adding up to 8, we probably have to go 5, 6, 7, 8. So how can we improve the pattern to develop number sense? Well, we know the patterns on a dice are quite common. But what other patterns are there that can develop our subitizing skills? Well, I remember a long time ago in primary school, my teacher making me write a number and dot the number in pairs so that I can count and add up. Like this. Take 7. Well, I could count that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then say I wanted to add 3. I could count those dots out. 1, 2, 3. And then I could count them all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And get the answer. But this is where this kind of patterning, in pairs with the odd number in a column, forms a shape and develops a subitizing in the brain. Because a child will soon recognize this shape without counting the dots. And then the magic happens, because the shapes can fit together like a jigsaw and actually show another pattern, which is the answer, and that pattern could be recognized again without counting to get the 10. This method of bringing different patterns of number together to make bigger numbers is called conceptualizing number. Now, teachers use this a lot in the early years to develop subitizing and mental arithmetic. So you can see, by playing the right games at home with patterned dots, you can help accelerate your child's learning. Now, there are many games you can play: dominoes, card games, counter games. If you go to the Ed to Me website, there will be links to resources like this that we would have reviewed to see if they will help you with subitizing. So let's say you're now going to do some basic counting with your child. You could use beads, counters, coins, cakes, even lay pillows out on the floor. Just remember what we know. It's the pattern that's important. Let's have a look at these objects here. It's not so easy to recognize that number instantly from that pattern. But if we start to lay them out into the patterns that we've talked about, we start to see instantly 6 and 3. And we can see that this will help with addition, because 6 and 3, put the pattern together, equals 9. It also helps with subtraction. Let's say we want to take away 2. Again, hopefully your child will eventually instantly recognize that number as 7 instead of counting them, and that number is 2. So the answer to take 2 away from the original 9 is 7. Teachers often move this counting into a 10 squared grid, which can be drawn or printed. That is 2 rows, with each row having 5 squares. A dot, counter or object can be placed in each square to make the number. The blank squares will help reinforce the number pattern and help your child visualize the answers for adding and subtracting, like this. Again, help with this can be found at ed2me.com. I hope I've given you some useful and positive ways to help you improve counting and mental maths. Enjoy it, have fun, and know that you'll be developing good number sense. Thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.
Here they are. They're called one-armed robots. Cursive with your writing, which means joined up. They all start with a curly caterpillar. This is generally the accepted way to hold a pencil.